For me, AI has become my creative partner and my assistant. So if I'm thinking of, if I need to brainstorm on lesson plans or ideas for presentations like this, I use AI in the audio format and I have a discussion back and forth and I get those big ideas and thoughts out of the way. If I need specific instructions, then I use the chat and it tells me what to do. But generally I like to use it just for good brainstorming and creativity. And then I use it for lots of little tasks, whether that's help with emails, help with writing, help with let's say spreadsheets or PDFs or things like that that are kind of that tedious work where you have to do a lot of manual copy and pasting. AI is my assistant for that. And it's just beginning. It's only going to get better at all those things. As you know, it can chat with you. That's how it all got started. And as you may know, it does hear what you hear. So I have Alexa. So if you have Alexa, for example, it's listening to what you say. I have Alexa with AI enabled, so I can have a conversation with Alexa. I still don't use it a whole lot. Once in a while, I'll just say, hey, and I can't say the word, otherwise it'll pop on, and ask it a question here or two here and there. But for now, it's not the greatest assistant for me. I can see what you see. So the example here is if you're curious about a plant, but for me, it might be like I'm in the kitchen and I'm under the kitchen sink trying to figure out how to install, I don't know, a disposal or something like that. I can use my camera and it gives me advice along the way. I love that. It can feel what you feel. Actually, no, it's not there yet, but we're not far from that. And we already have similar technology. So we'll get that haptic feedback probably pretty soon. Now, I'm not sure when it's going to smell what you smell, but I bet that happens at some point in the future. And it can be our friend. Personally, I don't really enjoy using it as a friend. I like having friends. I don't really want a robot friend that I have to deal with. That doesn't sound like much fun to me. I'd rather just have regular friends who I do deal with, and happily so. It does remember what you said, and this is relatively new. So when I ask AI a question about something, I can refer to something that happened in the past with, hey, let's say travel plans. Hey, you remember that flight I booked to North Carolina? Can you remind me what those details are? Okay, great. Remember the conversations we had about things to do in North Carolina? Let's go back to that. Tell me what I said, and then let's keep brainstorming from there. That memory is powerful. And that memory is also a way AI will become more sticky, because as it gets to know everything about you, has a memory about you, you may be less likely to switch from one AI platform to another. It can act as your agent, also known as agentic AI, where it will do work for you just in the beginning phases of that. But at some point in the future, we can imagine that you'll put AI to work, come back 10 minutes later, and we'll have done some work that you needed it to get done. We'll talk more about that later. And of course, the big elephant in the room is privacy. So I'm giving AI a lot of information about me. I'm talking to it. I'm expressing myself emotionally. I let it know when I'm frustrated just by the tone of my voice and the words that I use. It has a memory, so it's keeping all that or retaining all that. So there are definitely some cost benefits here between the privacy you give up and the benefits you get. I'm not really sure what all that's going to look like, but just be aware that that's happening. And for now, we don't talk about Bruno. We don't really address that in this course at all, but I just want you to be aware of that. All right, hey, great. Thank you for this beginning. I look forward to hanging out with you more in the course, and we'll see you in the next video.